the monster is finally being delivered. This is going to be so freaking awesome, man. What is going on, you guys? This is a video that has been coming for a long time, and I'm extremely excited to do it. So this whole video is about my custom card cabinet, which I'm affectionately calling the monster. In this video, I'm going to be trying to answer any question that I think you could possibly have about how to have it made, how much it is, so on and so forth, the dimensions, what did I need to get it started, so on and so forth. I can promise you I'll be stumbling over my words a lot. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of editing and all this. I just kind of want this raw information to get out to you. So if you want to have something like this made, you can see if it's feasible or what. I'll tell you, it wasn't cheap, and my wife and I, we had to save for a little bit to make this happen. And this is something I honestly wanted for about the past 5 years, so this wasn't something I just decided to have made, and it was just done. So let's go ahead and get into kind of the intro, why I had this made. I've been collecting Ttm autographs, through the mail autographs, for a very long time, and I've kind of gotten a knack to get bigger name guys here and there, not all the time, but you know, like Wayne Gretzky's and Ichiro's and Mike Trout's and Tom Brady's and so on and so forth. And then I PC NFL Hall of Famers, you know, so the Roger Staubachs and the list goes on and on and on of guys that I've gotten through the years. And I ended up getting them all slabbed by PSA in these awesome lighthouse holder cases. And so I figured, if I have this awesome collection, which I, you know, being a little biased, feel like I have an awesome collection, I'm like, why am I holding all of these slabs in like priority mail boxes? I'm like, this is a joke. And then I got some like briefcase, like custom, well, they weren't custom, but they were basically briefcases specifically made to hold slabs. And I had that for a couple years, and after a while I'm like, man, this is ridiculous. I'm like, I have a collection I feel that's in the 5 figures, and a $50 case is holding them. So I started looking into it. I did a bunch of drawings and renderings, and we'll get into my actual drawing that I had made here in a little bit. But so that's kind of that. Who made it and how much it was. So I went down the road. I'm here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I went down the road to Heritage Amish Furniture. So that's the store. And then they contracted the job out to a company called Dutch Valley Woodcraft, and they're in Fredericksburg, Ohio. So I'm telling you this, so if you're up there in Ohio, or maybe if you're over here in Virginia Beach, you'll know already 2 places that could possibly help you out if this is something that interests you. So that is who I had made it. And then the cost. That was when I seen people in the past do videos or they had custom card cabinets. I was always like, oh my God, how much is it? How much was it? Like, that was my #1 question. So the price out the door after taxes was $2,548. There's different discounts you can get, like if you're a first responder, police officer, paramedic, fireman, in the military, any of those, you can get like I think it's $100 or $200 discount. And then if you want it delivered to your house, it's like $75, so on and so forth. I'm probably giving y'all too much information. So how long did it take? I walked in the door February 27th of 2020. And me and a guy named Neil sat down, and I showed him my drawing, pulled out some tape measures, not for that kind of stuff, to measure slabs and other things. So I was there for about 2 hours answering a ton of these questions that he was going to have to give the woodworker. And then it was delivered on June the 5th. So that's about 15 weeks. They said when there isn't stuff going on in the world like there is right now in May, June of 2020, this particular company, the Dutch Valley Woodcraft, is normally about 12 weeks. Because of all the stuff going on in the world right now, it took a little bit longer. So that is that. Let's go ahead and I'll show you some of the drawers. right now. I'll show you one of the drawers.
So here we go. Here's a couple of the drawers. I have one that already has slabs in it, and then an empty one right here. So I wanted to have the kind of dovetail joints right here. I think they just look so much better. I was inspired by some other card cabinets that you've seen in the community, and I just think it looks so good. I also didn't want rails on there. You see that there's no sliding rails, and here is where this goes. So what I need to do is get some wood wax, and you just kind of wax the side of these, and it just helps them slide in and out a little better. You see the handle over here I have for ID, to kind of ID what's in the drawers. I haven't done nothing just yet, just because it's so new. Like this right now, it's NFL Hall of Fame autographs. What is this? A through, what do we got back here? A through L. So that's that. These will start filling up quite nicely. And these drawers get super heavy when they're full. I mean, I would say probably this is maybe 30 pounds for this, which isn't ridiculously heavy, but you know, when you're dealing with items in the hobby all day long, rarely is there anything, you know, I would say over 10 pounds. Also, this center divider right here comes out, okay? So you can slide this booger out if you want, and maybe you can put down slabs that are like bigger, like maybe goal line art cards or baseball Hall of Fame postcards. And then it's kind of hard to look at the camera and do this at the same time. And then you see it just very easily slides back in there. So there's 18 drawers total on the monster. And then it holds 148 slabs. Now that's packed to the brim. 148 slabs per drawer, and that's 74 on each side. So that's going to be a total of 2,664 slabs this piece of furniture will hold. So that is that. We'll go ahead and stop this portion and actually show you what we've been talking about here. So here we go. Here's the monster. We'll talk about the bottom shelves here in a little bit, but that is going to be it right here in all of its glory. You can see the finishing. I mean, this is exactly like just a piece of furniture, quality-wise, that you would buy, you know, if you went to the store down the road. Very high quality. Here's the drawer that I just had out with the slabs. It doesn't go in and out with ease just yet, just because it needs that wood wax. So that is that. And then here's some empty ones. What I did, I have some cards right now that I'm kind of collecting at this moment, of the Project 2020. And what I've been doing with those is I put some rubber matting down. So they're just like top loaders. So I put some matting down, and you see right there, they're right there at the top now. So you can just kind of customize it how you want. There's no right, there's no wrong. So that is that. We'll get down here and look at these shelves. So I had these made specifically for binders. But until I get enough binders, they're going to make awesome display cases. So you see right here, there's not a lot of room for play, and that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want a whole lot of extra room in there. So it'll hold, I believe it's approximately 16 binders on the top and 16 on the bottom. And you see I got nothing down there other than this little pack of Heritage that I bought. So that's about 32 binders total. So right now I have all of my NFL Ttm autographs down there, A through Z, and all of these are empty. And I actually, at this time, I have nothing to put in them. But I bought this and had those made for the very long term. You know, I plan on having this thing for 40, 50 years down the road. And, you know, I might want to do some sets or something. I might want to start a 1982 top set or 83 or 85. Who knows? And those binders, I think, would look really cool like that. In between time, if I want to display maybe some full-size helmets or signed footballs or something like that, those shelves are perfect for that. This shelf down here doesn't move at all. It's in there really well. So that is that. I labeled these drawers because I found out when they had it delivered, not all the drawers are the exact same size. I mean, for the most part they are. Fractionally, they're different. And so I had them, or I didn't have them, I labeled the drawers. Basically top, middle, bottom, and then 1 through 6. So if you pull this out under here, you'll see a T1, T2, T3. This would be M1, M2, M3. Just because when they came to deliver it, that took the longest part for those guys, the delivery guys, to figure out what drawer goes where. So they had a hard time with that. So that is the monster, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed all this. I'm trying to show y'all as much of it as I can. It definitely doesn't look like it would just hold baseball cards. When the guys delivered it, they said, "Sir, we're not really supposed to ask what does this thing hold, but we've never seen anything like this before." And so when I told them baseball cards, it basically opened up a floodgates of questions. So that is that.
So that is that, y'all. I think I've answered possibly every question that might arise that you might have. I kind of pieced this together. I just started making notes about 20 minutes before I started filming of different questions people might have. So I definitely could have left some questions out there and answered. So once again, if you have some questions, just drop them down below. I'll answer them for you. That is that. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video now. At the end here, I'm going to have some photos. No music or anything like that, just because I don't know how to do that stuff. But there'll be some photos of like my sketch and how I did it. The actual size of the monster is going to be 51 inches tall, 49 inches across, and then 20 inches deep. So that is the actual dimensions of it. I probably should have put that out earlier. So that is that. So thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it. I can't even tell you how excited I am to get this thing. I've been waiting a long time for something this cool in my collection. So I appreciate y'all watching. Till next time, adios, be safe, bye-bye, doodles.